Hi, geekpreneur. What is happening? What's going on? Welcome. Happy Sunday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. My name is Sean Azimi, and I'm somebody who helps folks like you, like myself, to start a little side business using the online space, and we use social media to grow it. If that resonates with you, you've been thinking about, you want to add a little bit extra income to what you got going on, especially these times, crazy times in the world, and having a side business, a side gig is definitely definitely a positive thing. So you could go to sidegigshawn.com, answer a couple questions so I get to know you, and I will reach out. We'll have a conversation. We'll see if this is a fit for you or not. Sidegigshawn.com. Tonight, Sunday night, we're gonna go into a new week. Can you believe it's March 15th today? March 15th today. Seemed like just yesterday you and I wanted to change. You and I had a something called, what was it, a resolution? Be honest. How many of you have wanted to change so bad, and you've told yourself, tomorrow I am going to start, and then tomorrow comes and you're like, yeah, about that. Drop in the comments one if you've ever done that. I know I have. If I were to drop a one, I'd be dropping a one forever. I have done that many times. I want to change tomorrow. I want to do this. I want to do this tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes when the actual timing comes for the change, and you're like, what was I thinking? you know. And I know I'm not alone in this. Now, most people say change is tough, and I agree. And but what it takes, they say, it takes habits, it takes your discipline, it takes motivation, right? Most people would say that's what it takes to change. According to psychology, psychology says identity change, the secret to identity change is none of those three. In fact, the secret to identity change, secret to change is you upgrade your identity. You become a different person. Jackson, what's up? You have an identity change. You upgrade your identity. You see yourself as the person who does the things you want to do. See yourself as the person who does the things you want to do. Because what happens is that your brain tells a consistent story about the kind of a person you are. So if you're somebody who takes action, you see yourself as somebody who takes action. You don't see yourself as somebody who procrastinates, right? If you're somebody who hesitates and overthinks, then you see yourself as somebody who what? Hesitates and overthinks. To upgrade, okay, to upgrade um, your your identity, you got to upgrade your brain. You got to upgrade the story you tell your brain. You don't need affirmations. What you do need is evidence. evidence. Now you might say, well, where do I get that? Right? Um, where do I get that? Hold on one second. And so now you got to take small actions that confirm your new identity. Glow, glow, that confirm your new identity. Like you send that email before you even feel like ready. You speak up in a meeting versus being quiet the whole time. Something on your mind and you want to share in the meeting and you feel like it's going to add some value, instead of keeping quiet, you decide to speak up. You take a step before you feel like certain or ready, right? Glow, glow. You take that step. Those of you guys on YouTube, I see a bunch of you on YouTube. Consider subscribing, hitting that bell button. Let's go. Let's go. And in fact, you can follow me on multiple platforms. I go with Side Gig Sean across the board on all platforms. So basically, what you're going to do, you're going to take those small steps in order to actually what train your mind and tell your brain a different story. You got to update the story that you tell your brain about who you are. Say, what? I got something. Glow. Thank you for the rose. Then what happens is that behavior becomes evidence. Ooh, what you're doing is actually going to produce results, right? It's going to be by default because that's how you see yourself now. If you see yourself as somebody who takes action, then you see yourself as somebody who takes action, right? The secret to changing, this the whole secret to change is changing the behavior. You and I don't need affirmations and motivations, and seriously, we need to give ourselves evidence. And that's not what we're doing. We're procrastinating. And here's the thing, when you tell yourself you're going to take this action tomorrow and you don't, and then you don't, and then you don't, this becomes something that sticks with you, and you think of yourself as somebody who, well, I'm not going to do it anyway, right? Why bother? So that becomes like a permanent kind of speech from you. And that's dangerous. That's when it's found home in your head. So you want to train your mind. You want to tell your brain a whole different story. And again, small little steps that produce evidence, and stick with that. So drop in the comments. What's one what's one thing that you want to change, you want to give yourself evidence on? That little tiny change. What is one thing that you'd want to do? Drop it in the comments if you're brave. And if you like, you can send me a message too, and let me know. So hopefully with that, you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I appreciate you. Hey, if you're not following me, you're not subscribed to me, I mean, come on, let's go already. I'll tell you all day how awesome I am. You can find me on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, Threads. And I go with Side Gig Sean. With that, I am Sean Azimi. I'm somebody who helps folks start a side business using the online space. Seriously. And we use social media to grow it. Why not? Why not? These times, are crazy times. If you don't have something going on the side besides your mainstream, I would say you really want to consider having something going on online. These times are crazy times, and it's not going to get better anytime soon. So, um, if you like that idea, if you like to add a little extra income to what you got going on, you like it to be part time, flexible. You can do it in between things and stuff like that. But you want to add a little extra income, then go to sidegigshawn.com and let's get in touch with each other. Let's see if this is a fit for you or not. With that, I'm signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.